In this video, I'm going to give you the 11 different ways that you can easily increase your sales from your website, whether you're a service-based business or an e-commerce online shop. Now, this is coming from my 8 years of experience helping businesses generate upwards of $1 million in revenue extra just by implementing some simple strategies that anyone can do. So tip number 1 is list your business on Google Maps. This doesn't have to be only for local businesses. If you service a country, then you can use your own location, say your home or your office, as the point to register for Google Maps, but then you can change your area to just display the entire area that you service. So you can put it all as the United States or all of the UK or all of Australia. But just by having that, putting your information in and linking back to your website, you're going to start to get more traffic. Number 2 is link your business to local directories. Now, again, local doesn't have to mean a specific town. It can be the whole country, but you want to list your business on directories that are relevant to your service customer area. So this might be in Australia, we've got Yellow Pages, and you'll go in and put in your business information, a description, and a link to your website, most importantly, that will then not only give you a backlink to your website, but also you'll start to get traffic from these directories if your business is in a niche enough industry. However, regardless of all that, it's going to help your business rank higher on Google, which can only be a good thing. Now, to find a good list of directories for your area, you can simply just ask ChatGPT and it will give you a list of business directories. Ask it for free ones. You shouldn't pay for any of these. Or you can go online and in your country, Google the top 20 business directories, and that's going to give you a great list to work through. 20 should be enough, but if you can do 50, do 50. If you can do 100, do 100. But typically we say especially for new businesses or businesses that haven't done this before, 20 is enough. The third point to getting easy wins for your website is to create individual pages for your services. Now, this is more specifically for service-based businesses. So if you're a lawyer and you do criminal law and you do civil law, you do family law, have an individual page for each of those with relevant information on it. The reason why this works so well is Google will look at that and say, okay, instead of a services page, which has got 3 different services on it, this website's got an individual page for each. So if someone's searching for family lawyer in Sydney, then Google's going to see that as a far more relevant page to show rather than just a generic services page which talks about family law in Sydney. So have an individual page for each of your service and you'll get ranked much higher and get more traffic. Number 4 is make sure your website loads very fast. So the statistics is if your website takes more than 3 seconds to load, you're going to lose a majority of the people who came to your website in the first place. So that means a slow loading website can literally cut your conversions by half. So this is really simple to test. Go onto your website from a new browser. So if one you haven't used to search your own website before, type in your website and see how long it takes to come up. And then do the same on your phone, because believe it or not, your phone and your desktop sites can show up at much different speeds. In fact, most of the time, your phone load times will be slower than your desktop load times if you're using a theme on WordPress. It just seems to be a thing that happens. So make sure it is loading fast on both. If it's not, get in touch with your developer or look into ways to increase that speed. Number 5 is to link your website to Google Search Console. Now, this in itself isn't going to increase your website's traffic. However, what it will do is give you a lot of data that you can use in order to make decisions on how best to proceed with your website. So Google Search Console is a free tool that is from Google, and it will tell you the organic searches that people are searching in order to find your business. So you might think that people are searching family lawyers Sydney, whereas people are searching who's the best family lawyer in Sydney. And it's going to give you the keywords that people are actually searching in order to find your business. It may be a case of you think that family law is the biggest market out there, but it turns out that criminal law is the biggest market out there. And if you've got the capacity and you're getting the traffic for that, you can then optimize your website for that keyword instead of one that's getting really low traffic. The number 6, which is kind of linked to the number 5, is install Google Analytics on your website, because if you don't know how much traffic you're getting, like I said in the first tip, then you have no information in order to make decisions going forward. So you might say, no one's filling out my contact form. And that might be true because no one's going to your contact us page because there's a broken link. And the way you can find that is by going into your analytics and seeing how many people actually get to your contact form. If you're getting 1,000 people to your homepage and 1 person to your contact us page, then the calls to action aren't clear enough. Maybe you don't have proper call to actions on your homepage. So having that understanding and the data that you can dig into to find out what's going on is invaluable to increasing your profitability of your website. Number 7 might seem a little bit funny, but it is just to tell the people you know. So especially if you've got a new website and no one knows about it, then post it on your social media. Just tell people about it in order to get some sort of traffic going to it. It's not guaranteed that if you get a lot of traffic, you'll get more traffic going on. But what you will find is, if you tell your family and friends that you've got this website now, then when they're talking to someone and they say, I need a lawyer, and they go, actually, my friend has a lawyer business or a lawyer firm in Sydney, here's their website. It's much easier than just giving your number. It's a much better way of letting them get to know your business. And if you haven't told your family and friends about it, there's no way that can get passed on to more people. Number 8 is to write blog posts for your website. This can get really complicated, which is why it's so far down on the list. By writing specific blog posts for your business, there's some really quick wins here. So the typical ones to write that we normally write for our customers when they come on as search engine optimization clients is top 5. This means that you write a blog post that's titled the top 5 law firms or family law firms in Sydney. And then you put yourself as number 1. And then you explain why you are the number 1 family law firm in Sydney. And then put your competition down. That's fine. The people that are reading this, if they go to your competition, it's a loss of potentially 1 client. But the far more likely outcome of this is that they read you as number 1 and get in touch, and then you go from there. But by having that, you're building local authority. So Google goes, okay, these guys know about other law firms in Sydney. They must be locally based. So I'm going to rank this article a little bit higher and rank the website a little bit higher in general. So that's a really easy win. The other one you can do is what we like to call an AI catchment page, which is who is the top 5 law firms in Sydney? And you explain that in just a paragraph, can be like a 200-300 word paragraph explaining why your business is the number 1 law firm in Sydney. And what this does is AI models will take that blog, and because it's written very conversationally, we'll use that as evidence to promote your business on the AI models. Number 9 is because you've set up your Google My Business page or your Google business profile, you can now get reviews. And the question is always, how do you get your first reviews? We recommend getting your family and friends to review you. So you don't want them to lie. If you're a lawyer and you've ever talked to your family and friends about legal matters, then technically you've given them advice and they've been benefited by your business. So get them to write a 5-star review. They gave us great information. You never lie on Google reviews, but you can use people that you might not have thought you could use in the past. In terms of how many you should get, we always recommend to try and get at least 20 5-star Google reviews as a baseline and then build off that. Once you've got the 20, you can slow down on the push. If you can get 100, if you can get 200, if you can get 1,000, you're going to be exponentially further apart from your competition when people find you on Google. Focus on getting some reviews, and that's going to really benefit you. Number 10 is show those reviews on your website. So if you've got 5 reviews for your business, Put them on your homepage and show those reviews so that people that are looking for your service can see that you've done what they're looking for you to do for other people and those other people were happy. Social proof is one of the biggest needle movers when it comes to increasing conversion rate, pretty much outstripping everything else. Number 11 is boast. So when you write your website, when you talk about your business, you want to be talking very positive. Some people find it very hard to do that because they want to be humble and they want to stick just pure fact by fact. You never want to lie, like I said with the reviews, but you do want to be proud of what you've built about your business. You want to talk about it in a very positive light. I've had people come to me and say, we're probably the third pest control company in this town. If you say you're the third pest control business, people are going to ask who is the best, and they're probably going to go with the best. So if you're not confident in your business being number one, then you need to work on your business until you are confident and then tell people about it. I would say we are the highest rated website design agency in Australia in terms of pure reviews. We have the best processes. We have the most painless web design systems set up. And I'm proud to say that. So tell people about your business. And when you do tell them, and whether that's on your website itself or in person, be proud of what you've built and show that, and that's going to come across, and that's going to help convince people to use your services instead of someone else. So I hope this video has been helpful. Implement these things. Let us know how it goes in the comments below. And if you've liked this video, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.